What's up, everybody? We just had a great fucking Sunday. We're about to have a great fucking Monday. Austin, what's up, dog?
Dude, what a Sunday. Honestly, you and I started off the morning electric, 11-2 on the early Sunday slate, you and I. Not a bad combine. Sunday night football, rough 2 L's for me. I know I had a hook on both.
Brutal.
And what sucked is Kelsey dropped a pass that if he caught it, it was a first down, game over. London cashes as well. But of course, he drops it, and then London goes and grabs 3 catches on the final drive to chalk me. Just classic, but great day nonetheless. I know you had a tough one with Ray too. He had 17 yards on the first possession. Of course, doesn't
2 more
slip.
deep targets.
Yeah.
No bite. And then gonna be wide open for a 15-yarder, DPI.
Yep,
Just the
I
name
saw
of the
that
game.
one. Name of the game, we move. We're not going to let Sunday night get us down. We were excited with obviously how Sunday went in general, and let's build off it.
Yes, it was good to get a good day under our belt, but now we gotta doesn't mean shit if we can't build off this. So if you guys didn't go to the stream last time, basically what we're doing is we're cooking prize pick slips, getting back to our roots. Because when me and Austin started this, we were prize picks fiends. And although we've transitioned a little bit more to sports books, getting a little sharper, we know that a lot of you guys still playing on prize picks. There's a big correlation aspect we can take advantage of. And that's what we're going to do. We got really close on a couple of them. Like at one point we thought we were going to hit 3 of the 5 that we posted. And it wasn't our day. But we got 2 more today. If we go 2 of 2, nobody gives a shit about the 5 that missed. We're still up pretty massively.
We went 3 of 4 on 3 of them, 3 of the 5. So, like, the reads are there. We know the correlation's there. CeeDee Lamb, I mean, the fact that he didn't cover in the Dallas one was crazy. But nonetheless, clearly our vision's there. We're going to hit him.
Oh, yeah. But I'll share my screen and we'll get to it. The first game, Jacksonville and Buffalo. And before we get going, I do want to mention that we're going to post every slip we take in the winnable. There is a free trial. The code is below. Just use code FREE. There's a link in our bio if you guys want to just use that instead. But that's where we post everything first. So highly recommend getting on that.
And it's the last day. So
it is the last day. It was a week 3 free trial. This is the last day of week 3. So make sure you get in, test it out for 24 hours until the trial expires, and then decide if you want to stay in for week 4 or not.
Absolutely. You can find it literally on our quoted tweet or our pinned tweet too. So
let's do it.
Super easy for you.
Game is in Buffalo, right?
I know exactly where I want to start on this one, but I'm interested to see where you're thinking.
Buffalo
5.5 point favorites. Slight chance of rain. I already looked.
Yeah, a lot of systems favoring Jacksonville, by the way. So for everybody that thinks it's going to be an easy Buffalo win, I wouldn't be so sure. The systems are favoring Jacksonville and the under. I'm personally playing the under. So if that's any consolation, it does look like there's about a 50-50 chance of rain throughout the game. Oh, wait, no, this is by day, not hour. Hold on. Where's the hourly forecast? No, this is Tuesday. Here we go, hourly. Sorry, guys, I don't check the weather that often. 15. So, okay, we don't have to worry about rain. Somebody commented that earlier. I just wanted to make sure. So, don't really have to worry about weather. We just have to worry about football. Austin, is this the game where you were like, oh, I already know what direction I want to go, or was it something else?
Yep, this is the one I kind of have an idea. I think Jacksonville keeps this game closer. I know a lot of people are expecting the Bills to come in and just steamroll them. I do think the Bills have a lead. Obviously, that's why we're playing Allen's rush attempts. But I think the game stays competitive. You know, it's a 5.5 point spread in Buffalo. Jacksonville hasn't looked great, but I really think in this correlation slip, we could target Lawrence, obviously playing in a negative game script. I think they're going to have to pass. I'm on ETN receiving yards. I love his lines today. I don't know if I love any of the receivers for the Jags, but I feel like we could do a good stack with either one of the receivers, maybe a Lawrence play. I thought Lawrence's touchdowns could be an interesting look. His 1.5, we could play as Demon and get a really good payout. His pass touchdowns. And that's kind of the look I had on Jacksonville. I'm guessing we don't want to target anything rushing wise for them. You could play around with the pass attempts.
There it is.
Oh, I don't know if you. Oh yeah, there you go. I was gonna say I don't know if you have the Demons 1.5.
1.5.
I know you said the under is what you're targeting, but obviously for these are correlated stuff.
Yeah.
So we're obviously. I thought that with ETN receiving yards could be decent.
Would you not want to take his passing touchdowns and then a receiver's touchdown prop?
That's playable. I kind of like that too. I couldn't find the receiver that's going to score. That's my thing. I don't think there's a clear cut.
I think it's not Christian Kirk.
Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
It's just I've had no luck with rookies this year. That was like my only.
Who else you
besides
missed on
Nate.
besides Keon?
Well, Keon was awful. Week 1, I know I missed on one of them, but I don't know. Rookies in general, I just haven't had the greatest success with. But obviously, if we like a receiver to score here,
Let me check something.
I don't think Kirk's the worst look. I'm guessing you like Brian Thomas more.
I like him more in the field of play. I'm thinking more in the red zone. I haven't checked.
Dude, I just know ETN's hitting, so that's why I'm biased. I just feel so confident with his receiving aspect. We could
Tank Bigsby might be injured.
Yeah, I saw
What's
that.
up, Sky? How we doing? I see you in the comments. Appreciate the love. If Tank Bigsby plays tonight, is he not clearing his rushing with ease? So I'm very big on Tank Bigsby. People are getting very ahead of themselves very quickly because everybody's like, oh, I didn't see him coming. He came up on the scene and then went crazy. I knew he was coming. But I also, because of that, I'm not so bullish to jump the gun and be like, okay, he's here getting 15 touches a game now. Because it's going to be ETN's backfield until something drastic happens.
Especially on pass downs. I mean,
Yeah.
Bigsby's not brought in to do the pass down work. He's been a great back out of the backfield, but that's kind of why I was leaning ETN, just because I didn't want to do any rush receive stuff for ETN, obviously, because Bigsby's role. But ETN's been the receiving threat. I would be cool targeting one of the receivers if we had a read that we felt comfortable with, though.
So Brian Thomas is really good against too high. So is Strange. Actually, I'll pull it up on the screen here in a second. So I'm not just talking out of my ass, and we're actually looking at some numbers. But who am I looking at? Jaguars.
Yeah,
so Jaguars red zone target share. We're looking at Brenton Strange has one target and 4 routes. Brian Thomas has 2 targets and 9 routes. Gabe Davis has 2 targets and 10 routes. That's within 30 yards. We want to go within 40 just so we have a bigger sample size, even though it gets a little early or murkier there. What's up, Colin? I see you in the chat. How we doing? What do you guys think about Travis and Austin over receiving yards? Travis Etienne. We were just talking about that. Austin's on it. Austin who?
Yeah, I don't know what Austin.
Oh, Austin Eckler. I know people are on him. Personally, if you like Austin Eckler, just take Brian Thomas. Their route percentage is the same. Their target percentage has been the same. Brian Thomas is also out there running actual routes, just like Austin Eckler is. So, and his lines are like 8 yards lower. So if you like Austin Eckler's
on the Commanders.
What?
Eckler's for the Commanders, yeah?
Yeah. Or not Brian Thomas, Brian Robinson, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I've been making that mistake all day, dude. If you like Eckler, go ahead and take the value on Brian Robinson instead, I promise you.
Big D,
right,
AP, and DP.
So within 40 yards, it looks like Trevor Lawrence is targeting the tight ends a lot. On 12 combined routes, they've gotten 4 targets, which is more targets than Brian Thomas on 15 routes and Gabe Davis in 16. Somehow Christian Kirk is not getting any targets past the middle of the field. So if we're targeting a touchdown, we're probably targeting Brenton Strange, but it doesn't look like PrizePicks even has a square for him.
Dude, why don't we do ETN with ETN rush or receive with Lawrence? Something that could be crazy because he has the demon up.
ETN rush receive touchdown.
Yeah, what's his odds to score a touchdown today? Let's see.
The only issue with that is if he's not catching a pass from Trevor Lawrence, now we're betting on 3 touchdowns for the Jags, and it has to come from these 3 players.
Jags. Yeah, I don't love that either. I was meaning more we would change the Lawrence prop though. Like if we took
the passing yards.
we don't have to play both goblins. We could play either his pass yards, his pass attempts.
I'd probably go probably his yards. I think we get a big catch and run through the middle at some point.
I mean, yeah, because he had 315 yards against him last year. Obviously, that game was in London. Yours truly was at that game.
Didn't Brian Thomas go crazy in that, or not? Calvin Ridley go crazy in that one?
He had a good game. Yeah, ETN went crazy in that one too. Maybe not crazy, but his touch, he got I think 35 touches or something last time. So on the Bill, let's pause on this. Let's look at the Bill side real quick because maybe that'll help us narrow it down.
Yeah. I think James Cook and Josh Allen are plays. Keon Coleman is a play. I know you got burned by him last week. I think this is a much better matchup for him since they play a bunch of man coverage.
What I was going to look at Keon Coleman, he got bumped so heavy, but he was at 7.0 fantasy score yesterday. He's at 8.5.
Jesus.
Now. That's a pretty stiff bump.
His longest reception could be good. Let me check something. Because the Jaguars are playing a ridiculous amount of man coverage. I don't know that I've ever seen this much man coverage by a team through 2 weeks.
See, I'm trying to find something like we did with how we did the Cowboy stack, where we had the running back under with the, or you know what I'm saying?
Running back, we had Derrick Henry over, and then 3 players on the. Yeah,
exactly. That's kind of what
I agree with that. What was I looking at? Air yards per. Did I look at air yards per target? Maybe. No. Austin, am I missing this? Where's either A? Oh, here's A dot. And then where's Jacksonville?
I can barely see.
Oh, wow. Jacksonville is really low on this list for A dot against. So maybe we don't take longest reception unless they're yak per reception.
I don't think we do.
Oh, wow. 7.11 yak per reception. We could take a longest reception prop.
Yeah, but they don't give you the correlation. Longest reception has no correlation.
With longest completion?
No, I feel like we need something that's where if 2 things hit, an under pass attempts with an over rush attempts. Yeah,
he doesn't have a longest pass attempt anyways. Yeah, he doesn't.
We got to decide on our quarterbacks first so we can build off it. Josh Allen, do we want him to be under or over? You know what I mean? Because we're basically going to have to take his under pass attempts or under passing yards.
Let's check his yards per attempt versus man coverage last season since the
I don't hate his under pass yards personally, but
I mean, I just want to make sure he's not an absolute god against man coverage. What's up, AJ? Daniel's rush attempts. That's a good one. We'll get to that game soon. I don't know why this isn't loading. Gabe Davis back in Buffalo. A lot of people are talking about this Gabe Davis revenge narrative. One, revenge narratives only truly matter for the elite players. If you're just a role player, I don't believe that revenge narratives are a thing. 2, I also think Gabe Davis is extremely mid. God, the balloons again. I think Gabe Davis is mid. I think he is a solid wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, but at no point are you we can't get the pass game going. Let's just go to Gabe Davis. You're not saying that.
Yeah,
he's yards per attempt.
Fine.
And let's go 2023 and man coverage. This is on Fantasy Points, by the way. That's the site I'm using right now. So I know somebody's going to ask that.
I mean, we could do the Allen 2 pass touchdown demon and take one of the receivers for the Bills, but
then he's pushing 3 in there.
Yeah, true.
All right, so Josh Allen versus man coverage last year, 6.92 yards per attempt. Let me go after week 10.
He's also not got Stephon Diggs or Gabe Davis this year,
Yeah, but he's got Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. I think Keon Coleman balances out Gabe Davis enough, in my opinion. Obviously, losing Diggs is huge, but I think that's also balanced out with a full year with this offensive coordinator. So 7.1 yards per attempt versus man coverage versus zone coverage. Come on, show me something. Versus zone coverage, 7.85. So not a crazy difference, actually. How many attempts do we think he has? 33?
Yeah, his pass attempt, who, Allen?
Yeah. What's his line?
It was 30.5.
So let's highball. We'll say 31. Let's say 7.5 yards per attempt because half man coverage. That's 232.5 pass yards. What's this? 233.5. Jesus Christ.
That's tight. Yeah, that's literally right.
So at that point, if we want to fade the pass game, we should just take his under attempts. The hard part with taking under attempts is the air yards per attempt is so low. Actually, I guess. Oh wait, I was thinking of everything backwards earlier. Don't mind me.
I'm looking on the Jaguars side right now. I think we go. Do you like Lawrence under or over pass attempts? If they're playing from behind, he's at 30.
Probably. I'm not. For me, it's less that I think they're going to be playing from behind. For me, it's more. I think they're going to have a lot of trouble in the run game. So I feel like if they're going to have success, it's going to have to be through the air.
I mean, we could do Lawrence pass attempts with ETN, rush or receive touchdown, Demon.
We could.
I mean, gives us the upside for him to obviously get a receiving touchdown. And then, I mean, on the other side, we could play.
The only interesting thing is Buffalo, 12th best red zone defense this year. If we want to check last year.
We could do Lawrence and do like one of the receiving targets. Like we could do Christian Kirk's targets or like Brian Thomas's targets. Obviously, he's going to get a pass attempt every time he gets a target to those guys and just hope we pick the right one. That's what I'm saying when we pick a correlated one. Because like I feel like they both hit, we both win.
I'm good with that.
Then, I mean.
Where's the targets? They need to find a way to organize this.
Yeah, this looks like crap. But
like make like a passing drop down, a rushing drop down. Prize Picks need to hire me for their UI team. All right, targets. We got Christian Kirk, ETN, Gabe Davis.
Thomas got bumped. I know he was at 6.0. I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, that's tough.
He's gotten 4 targets in both. You got to think Kirk's going to see an uptick eventually.
He's just not been good. That's what's been tough. Like he's dropped passes that he shouldn't, and then like even then he's not as open as you'd expect him to be.
Doc, are you going to post these to Twitter after you've labbed? Yeah, we might post them, but they all will be posted in our Winnable for free first. So we have the free trial going. You can get them right away. We'll show you guys them here, though, as well.
Shakir yards is quite low. Jags play a lot of man coverage, and him and Kincaid are both awful against man coverage. The only good target for the Bills, granted it's a very small sample size, is Keon Coleman. I think Dalton Kincaid will get a bump. Right. And week 1 was really the only time they faced man coverage was when he had like 3 defenders on him all the time. I don't think that'll happen again. So I think Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman are your 2 receiving targets for bets on the Bills side. Do you want Trevor Lawrence attempts or do we just take yards? Because if he's getting in the red zone enough for
Dude, I'm telling you, we can make money off the attempts and the receiving targets. Like I'm
But the
so
issue is who
confident.
are we going to put for targets if Thomas is already
Gabe
6.5?
Davis,
Gabe Davis?
4.5. He's been,
I
I mean,
dude,
he's
I
been
really
seeing a
don't know if he's that good.
dude. He's been seeing a decent share, and he's been playing a lot of snaps.
Let's go check it out.
He doesn't really have a ton of competition outside of like it's him and Brian Thomas, like.
Yeah, but I think if it's between the two of them, Brian Thomas is going to win out. Brian Thomas is better.
Brian Thomas has gotten 4 targets in both games. He might be a better player, but he hasn't really seen a ton. I'm not saying this can't be his game, but he's obviously got a 6.5 target line. That's 4.5 is pretty low. I just think when we think of a pass attempt and a receiving target, if we can find 2 we like, we're gonna be able to make these correlated. Where, yeah, they're either gonna reverse sweep or both hit, but that's kind of what we're going for. Like we're not trying to hit one. Like we're not trying to cook a 4-legger. We're trying to make it a correlated.
Yeah, dude, I wish they had Brenton Strange at like 3.5 targets for us.
So do I. If he was available, that's literally where we'd go. But I mean, we don't have to do targets. We can do receptions. I just think targets is so easy.
Yeah, Gabe Davis' route share is highest on the team, weirdly enough.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's been playing a ton of snaps, and I know you don't believe in the revenge narrative. I'm not really a big fan of that either, but it is his old team. Maybe there's an added motivational benefit there. Maybe they draw a screenplay to get him involved early or something crazy.
Yeah, I want to see
4.5 targets ain't that crazy for a 33.5 pass attempt line.
Yeah.
And he's playing like you just said. He's
also been. Why has he been the best? If Gabe Davis is one of the best separators on your team, then there's a big issue with your receiving core.
I think that's our 2 right there, DP. I think
I thought this is
4.5 targets. We just need him to throw a fade ball out of bounds and him be the closest guy to it, and that's a target.
Yeah, brother, Brian Thomas is just. I'm not saying we should take him because he's two targets higher, but Brian Thomas is just better.
He is better, but at 6.5 or 4.5, you see the snap share.
Yeah,
and Thomas has got targets in both games.
High? That's what I don't get. Like I want to know what's going through their heads.
He's a rookie receiver. They're probably, I don't know. Gabe Davis has been doing this for years, man. He's been vulturing touches and like this is what Gabe Davis does.
All right, we'll do Gabe Davis.
We don't have to keep ETN. I think we can play around there if we want with payout. But I think the Lawrence Davis stack looks good. Like that just seems like one where they both hit or they both miss.
Yeah. And then on the Bills side, what are we thinking?
That's where we got to decide. We could either play around and go like the Josh Allen touchdown demon with a pass catcher like a Kincaid or a Coleman.
Dude.
Or we can do an under.
Should we not just do Cam Little kicking points?
You think?
It's either 2 field goals or 4 scoring drives. Or 3 touchdowns in a...
That does seem like a safe push.
And like if the under system is really that good, that's not saying no team is ever like both offenses are just going to be shit. It likely just means the red zone efficiency isn't there.
45. It's 46.5 or 45.5.
46.5 now. I don't know why I moved up.
That's not that low. Like a 21-21 ball game cashes us. No, it doesn't. We'd need a field goal.
Well, not if they have a 21-20 would cash if he gets 2 field goals and a tutty.
21-20, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And that still goes under the script. There's a lot of ways that goes over.
He doesn't have a field goals. Oh, he has a field goals made demon. Do we do that?
Fuck, man. What's his odds?
Get rid of ETN, put field goals made.
I just think ETN's more likely to make a touch or to score a touchdown.
Let's check. They're both demons. Let's see which one has better odds. Anytime touchdown score for ETN.
Plus 105 for over 1.5 TDs or field goals. Wow. Yeah, plus 105 for 1.5 makes.
ETN's minus 105. Why?
I'm telling you, ETN's probably scoring, bro.
All right, if that's the case, then we'll just go with ETN.
We don't have to keep ETN. That's what I was saying. We can do the Lawrence Davis stack, or we don't even have to keep
I think we keep Lawrence Davis. I think figuring out the third leg is the key.
But that's what I was gonna say. Is on the other side, look at the Josh Allen's props. We could do Allen touchdown, the Allen Demon pass touchdown 1.5, and we could pair that with like a Kincaid rush receive touchdown or like a Coleman, Shakir. I mean, whoever we think's gonna score. We don't. We don't have to. Obviously, that would be like we're expecting offense, unless you like the 3-1 stack better than the 2-2 stack.
I kind of like the 3-1 stack better. I feel like every one we had that was, or actually no, the Lions one came close and that one wasn't.
The ones we
do we have two props on the Buffalo side that we like? Because for me, it's Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid are the only two I'd consider playing as the second one.
Let's see if there's a reception. Could be cheeky, but I mean, we could take. Yeah, I don't really. I agree though. I'm not loving an Allen under in this one. Are you? Like, do you love his? Yeah, me neither. I mean, we could go ETN or Little, and then pair it with our rush attempt prop with Allen. But then it's not like correlated really, where they like both hit or both don't. You know?
Yeah. So ETN is. So Caesars is the only one that really has him at plus money. Everywhere else has him as minus 105. FanDuel has him plus 105. That's surprising. ETN's odds are slightly better. So it's just a matter of what do we think is more likely. Cam Little field goals or ETN rush receiving touchdown.
I mean, we probably should go Cam Little just because we want Lawrence to throw the ball. We're really not hoping for ETN to rush the ball.
Yeah. I feel like there's just more bailout to the field goal prop.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you can have a good drive, but it's right before half, so you get a field goal. Or you get sacked after like an 80-yard drive, and now you're in field goal territory. I don't know. So what do we have on the Bills side then? We have these three.
I just don't know if we get the best payout by using 3-1. Like, I think we can play with it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let's see what
Let's say James Cook. It's 8.5x.
If we go with Cam Little field goals. Yeah, I think that's the three we stack. I think we go Allen, Davis, Little.
Allen, Davis with Lawrence.
Yeah, but what Allen prop?
We go under pass attempts.
It's just so low. Like,
I know.
If that game's a shootout.
With Allen, it makes it 9x instead of 8.5x.
We could go James Cook rush attempts.
We could do that, or we could go Josh Allen interception. That would give us a nice field. Wait, that's actually not bad. A Josh Allen interception, depending on the field, that could put us in field goal territory and correlate with that.
Yeah, but doesn't Josh Allen hasn't even?
He hasn't thrown a pick yet.
I don't think Jacksonville's the defense to get a pick. That's the only scare.
Man coverage? I feel like man coverage is that, hey, you're either picking it off or you're giving up a 70-yard play. Let me check one other thing.
See, I kind of like the thought of like taking an over rush attempt if we're on all pass attempts on the other side, but
are we that confident that Buffalo's just leading the whole game?
No, that's
yeah.
What
So I can go defense, and I'll go. I think I look at turnover worthy throws here. Where is it? Here we are.
Fellas, if you see any squares you like, feel free to comment them. We're literally just going through them all.
Wow, Jacksonville has forced the 5th lowest turnover worthy throws, or I guess faced. I don't know if you can force a turnover worthy throw. Let's see. James Cook receptions. I don't like playing running back receptions against man coverage. Already talked about Shakir. They bumped Lawrence pass attempts. He's going to get 35. Allen rush attempts. I mean, we both like it. Just doesn't. If we're playing a correlation slip, it doesn't really correlate with anything.
Yeah, that's the only reason we haven't played it. And the thing that's tough is it's tough to take any of their receivers because their lines are already so low.
Hey, everybody's lines is low for a reason. I saw people on Twitter.
We could take Mac Hollins 15.5 under. I mean, he hasn't been playing much snaps at all. I said
at that point, take his under fantasy score.
You think?
If he gets 15 yards, he'd have to get 3 receptions to beat us.
Or a 1-yard touchdown. He's probably not getting a touchdown.
No,
right?
he's probably not getting a touchdown. His receiving yards is a 24.5 demon. Let me check something. Mac Hollins, assuming no touchdown. Receiving yards 15.5 receptions.
He's plus 100 for 1.5 receptions.
Yeah, but like if he gets 2 receptions and 15 yards. Could go either way. Kevin said, I'm sorry about Zamir White. Damn, he did tell us about Zamir White.
Yeah, Zamir White's horrible. Trevor Lawrence, 32.5. I don't hate the Mac Hollins unders.
Does it correlate though? Is that the thing?
Not really. I mean, if we're gonna need a correlation, it's got to be Josh Allen something or a running back.
Let me see. How much do I like the Jacksonville run defense?
I mean, we could take his pass attempts unders, but
30.5 is a little low. Where's Jacksonville? They're mid in yards before contact. In terms of success rate, they're also mid. Win percentage.
I mean, if we wanted, we could combine.
Wow.
We could combine 2 games and do 2 and 2 from each game, and just try to predict the game script for what we like the most. But
yeah. So the Jacksonville run defense has actually been really good.
I know everyone's on Cook rush yards or Cook rush attempts right now, though.
Jesus, they stacked the box at the second highest rate so far this season. Only behind Seattle.
We gotta make our call. We're milking.
We are.
We gotta just make our mind. I have where I like on the next game too, so that'll go faster. But
okay, I don't want to play James Cook. I do want to play Josh Allen.
I think we go Josh Allen 2 passing TD demon.
So you think he's getting 3 passing touchdowns? Oh, to get 2 passing touchdowns.
There's nothing else worth a damn that's good and that correlates, like.
But how does Josh Allen really correlate with this?
2 passing touchdowns. I mean,
if he's getting 2 passing touchdowns, they're probably controlling the clock and shit. No.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna control the clock. That's what right there we're hoping for is pass attempts. They're not gonna come if the Jags.
No, I'm saying Buffalo's probably controlling the clock.
Well, if Jags control the clock, we lose. Because he's not throwing 33 times if this is a close game. They're gonna run the ball. Like we're gonna legit lose.
Well, no, but 5-yard completions and stuff down the field, that still controls the clock.
Yeah, I
guess. The Jaguars down multiple cornerbacks due to injury as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, Allen, we can't take an interception prop. We can't take a pass attempt prop. I feel like we're forced to either take his over touchdowns or his pass yards under. Like, you know what I mean? There's not.
Yeah.
We're kind of in one of those spots. I just think 1.5 pass touchdowns is not that crazy.
Their defense has been solid, though. That's what's tough. Like, they held Miami to 17. They held
was that with
Cleveland to 17. That was with Tyreek and Waddle and Tua. That was week 1,
right? Yeah.
That was at Miami, in the Miami Heat.
Well, week 1 jitters.
I said we could go under pass yards.
Yeah, under pass yards, or I say we just trust it, even though
We
it's
go
kind
under
of
fantasy score. That correlates with the game total going under.
Then the rushing touchdown though is the only scare. That's the I was thinking of that. I just don't want you and I to have to be like rooting for him to not rush.
But a rushing touch, yeah, I guess I see your
Those
point.
rushing yards, if he rushes for 60 yards, that's 6 points right there.
Yeah.
And you and I would be mad on the correlated slip, but you and I would be hyped to see him rush 6 times for 60 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we do his pass yards. We think he's running the ball today. We think James Cook will be effective enough. I say we just trust the pass
Let's do
yards.
it. All right, so there's the slip. It's 8.5x. That'll be 50 to win 425. Half a unit to win 4.25. Awesome. We'll get that locked in and sent in the winnable for those who are not in there yet. We'll give you guys a sneak peek. Let me not share my screen when I log in. But, I mean, this is my Luke McCaffrey play. You'll see that. And he's about to post the winnable one in there as well.
Gabe Davis as a demon prop.
That's scary, bro.
He's scoring, bro. Lauren.
All right, and then let's speed through this next one.
Yeah, go look at Terry McLaurin stuff real quick. Either his
bro is 3.5 receptions. It was 3.5 for 5 minutes. I was doing my write up on Winnable. It was there for 5 minutes. By the time I finished, minus 160.
I say we play that demon touchdown prop and pair that shit with Jaden Daniels. They're getting in first time this year.
Damn, there's 2 different demon props. One of these is wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'd think. I don't know. That's weird. Just correct me. Are we playing Cam Little kicking points, or are we playing his demon 2 made?
Demon.
This is so gross.
Is Winnable its own app, or is it on Discord? It's a website, but you can do the thing on iPhone where you add it to the home screen and then it operates exactly like an app. There's a 4.5 yards in the first quarter for Terry. I think they get him involved early. I agree. It's just not for a straight bet. I really like it. For a correlated prop, not as much. But the coach has flat out said, he's like, it's my fault. Terry's not as involved. I need to do a better job responding to other teams' coverages. So it's clear they want to get Terry involved.
All right, 100 pays 850.
There we go.
Gabe Davis, 4.5 receptions over. Lawrence over. Little over. Allen under. God, we are gonna be sweating. If Allen comes out rushing the rock for like 6 carries in the first half, you and I are gonna be so hyped because that means his pass yards is probably low,
Oh yeah. Austin, I'm gonna tell you probably the most Washington Commander snap you'll ever. Somebody said Lawrence dropped to 32.5. Did you already lock in?
Yeah, I waited for that. I saw his odds on Sportsbook. We're gonna drop it, so we're good.
Okay, bet. I'm going to tell you the most Commander stat I think we've ever seen. Terry McLaurin, through 2 weeks, has 111 air yards, one of the highest in the NFL. Only 28 of those yards were actually catchable. That's so bad.
Yeah, that's awful. Sorry, I'm trying to get this sent out to Winnable. I just texted it to you if you want to show the slip, unless everyone saw it.
Just get it to Winnable and I'll show it on the screen so people know what they're looking at. If they use the code below and get the free trial, see if they want to subscribe for the monthly. Austin, if you think Terry gets in the touchdown, do we not just take fantasy score?
I think we do Terry with Daniels. I'm so confident in Jaden Daniels this week. I know he's gonna show out today. I think they lose pretty comfortably, but I think Jaden Daniels is involved. I think he passes for a couple touchdowns. I just thought the Daniels pair, whether we do his yards, his fantasy score with McLaurin, I feel like that's a sick demon.
I agree. Or do you want Terry 70 yards or 50.5?
You'll get a way better payout. That's where we got to decide if we do both their touchdown props. The payout's crazy, and
we can do his touchdown and then Jaden McDaniels 1.5 touchdowns.
That's what I was saying. Because then, like,
Oh.
if Daniels throws a touchdown, you and I literally only need one. Like, if he throws Terry a touchdown, and all reports say they're looking to get Terry involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do they not have that as a demon anymore?
This is pass plus rush plus receive.
They had a demon for him.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, that one might be better.
Sounds good with me. Punts inside the 20. Do we think the Cincinnati over 1.5 punts inside the 20 for the Cincinnati punter?
Nah, stop. We can't be playing punters. I'm not putting a punter in my slip. Rooting for punts is crazy.
And then rushing Zach Moss.
His rush attempts, what's it at? 12.5? Because if you can get it at 12.5, this might be my favorite slip. Holy shit. This slip looks so good. Pair that
what
shit
are we
with
doing? Burrow under?
Burrow under pass yards.
Nah, I'd probably go attempts over yards.
Do we think he comes out and just chucks?
The Commanders team is bad. He could realistically get 3 different completions for over 50 yards.
Dude, but the Commanders chew time of possession. They chew clock. This team's
Would
looking
that
to
not help us?
No, I agree. So that's why I was saying let's do attempts because I don't know what the odds are. Right?
50 wins 875.
50 wins 875.
Yeah, because these are both demons.
Are we getting cheeky?
I think so. I'm going to see if we put this in the books.
Should I post the first one to winnable or should I just wait and post both these together?
That
way we don't have to.
Yeah, post them both together.
Okay.
Jesus, Daniels 2 passing touchdowns is plus 230. Joe Burrow.
What's Burrow's odds?
What?
What's Burrow's passing odds for pass attempts?
Under minus 114.
Okay, so even money. I like that. That's our slip. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's our slip right there.
Let's see. Anytime Terry McLaurin touchdowns plus 290, and then what was the last one? Zach Moss.
Yeah.
If you do this on books, there's no way.
Is it better, Pat?
It's plus 2,000 on DK.
On really for 1.5. See, bro, that's what's crazy. So Terry rush receive is 0.5. You have that?
Yeah. All 4 of these. So 50 would win $1,000 on there.
For 12.5 rush attempts and then Burrow under.
Yeah, I think. I wonder if I take Jaden Daniels because the books, I don't think they have total touchdowns. Like, I don't think I can take 2+ total touchdowns for Daniels. So they don't have actual odds for that. That's kind of a guess.
Yeah, but see, take out Daniels and try put in that one, but look at what the payout goes to. It might tank it.
13.5x, 50 wins 675.
Still not bad. It gives us an extra option for.
Yeah. I think stuff like that is where we win too, because the books don't have. When the books don't have odds for stuff like that, that's where Prize Picks really doesn't. They're horrible at setting their own lines.
I agree. That's how we always see like rush receive touchdowns with crazy odds that are still on PP, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I say we target that. Moss that's like minus 140 at the best lineup books. I say we keep that. It's really just Terry and Burrow that we have to decide whether we want to keep in or not.
I think that's our slip. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I think so too. The only other thing I think is going Terry fantasy score instead of, but that's their only demon. Here's the way I'll look at it. Let's assume that Jaden Daniels line should be even. I'll put us at plus 1,400 on books. Pretty damn close. And realistically, Jaden Daniels to get 2 total touchdowns is probably would be juice in reality.
Right. I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay going the 2 touchdown. I mean, it gives us upside if he gets a rushing touchdown.
Like he's minus 250 to throw 1 touchdown. And then let me check anytime touchdown. He's plus 145 anytime touchdown. So you add that in with the potential of throwing a second touchdown. It's realistically that should be juiced over. I like this.
And I mean, if Terry doesn't catch one, we're not scoring. We're not hitting anyways. So
Probably not.
no, we can't. He has to score.
All right, so that's our slip. Let me know when you get it up, and then I'll share the screen on there. But one more time while Austin's getting that up again. Free trial link below. Use code FREE. The link is in both of our Twitter bios. It's less than $1 a day if you decide to keep going. If you joined before the week, the wins from Sunday basically paid for it. If you didn't, it's not too late. There's 1 day left on the free trial, and then you get to make up your mind based on how this Monday Night Football goes. We're confident that it will go spectacular. So highly recommend it. Again, code FREE to make sure you get that activated. Somebody's saying you don't think Chase Brown eats into those rush attempts tonight. Chase Brown is a nice change of pace back. He'll never, or at least he shouldn't be the back that just takes over a backfield. So I think he'll probably get like 5 attempts, but that's not enough to scare me off.
Yeah, so does Vegas. They got him heavily under 6.5 rush attempts. So,
dude, I basically set the lines at this point.
Line maker, man. All right, we should be almost ready.
Let's see if I missed any questions in the chat. Jaden Daniels rush yards really like. I think Bengals are going to be able to pressure him, and as soon as he gets out the pocket, he's just going to take off. He's not going to be patient, wait for routes to develop. We're good. All right, so I'll share my screen. You guys can see how this looks. If you were to get a winnable, you'll see posted it. Here's a description, and then you can click on here and see the slips. Put 100 on each of them.
Got the arena play.
So
stupid.
50 to win, or 100 to win 1350, 100 to win 850. If we had either one of these, we're going to Cancun. But I think that's everything. Did I forget anything?
Dude, that freaking Commanders one looks good. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I actually feel really, really good with that one.
I know. See, I'm as good as I feel about that one. I kind of feel really good about this one. But overall, my read on the Bills game is I feel like I have a much stronger read. I feel like the Bengals game could go a lot of different.
I just feel like this Bengals game, we have a lot of ways we can cash, and especially in a blowout situation, like we have so many ways we could backdoor cover. Like, you know what I mean? Like if it's 28-13, like Jaden Daniels is going to keep pushing the ball downfield, trying to score. Bengals are just going to keep running the clock. Like I really like the projected script, especially with it being an 8-point spread,
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now with Cam Little, they're going to get a field goal in the first drive. And then at the end of the game, they're going to be down 20-10. They're going to drive. It's going to be 4th and 2, but they need 2 scores. So they're just going to kick a field goal and tuck us in 20-13. No onside kick, game over.
I like it.
All right.
Hopefully we cash.
Yep. That's all we got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next stream, but make sure you're in the winnable if you're not already, and make sure you get to tail these. Otherwise, good luck, and we'll see you guys later.